The medical profession was not particularly upbeat or cheerful or hopeful about my daughter's diagnosis.
Even our very progressive pediatrician, who we love, also tends to kind of focus on all their health issues and telling us all about all that. And that's really the information you're getting up front.
My first reaction 11 years ago was, oh my God, what will her life be like? Will she be teased? Will she be included? Will she go to birthday parties? Will she ever marry? Will she? You know, all I could think of was how different her life could or might be.
I'm nervous about how she's going to look and being different and how that's going to be perceived by society. Whenever you have a child with special needs, you're kind of finding out ahead of time that they're not going to be your dream ideal child. Those of us who are already parents know that that doesn't exist anyway, but you still do it anyway.
No, just your name and then draw your picture.
You worry as a parent, you know, because you don't want anything to happen to your child, regardless. You don't want them to be emotionally hurt, physically hurt, and so it's very scary.
I think it's going to change all of us. It's going to make us better people. I can't wait to see the effect on my kids. I think that they're totally lucky to have this experience, that it's a gift. To say that we're just excited and happy is not true. I mean, I don't think it's true of any parent who's expecting a baby. You're always nervous, but you know, I just want to welcome her with open arms. But the truth is, we don't know what is coming, and I mean, we know in our hearts that everything is going to be fine and that we will be a happy family.
Basically got admitted, got set up into a room, met a few people.
Got an epidural,
She
and there she came.
She opted to go with an epidural because she was really exhausted, and she barely got the first bolus shot of that. It was baby, so.
I think I would regret not having her. She's an angel. Everybody loves her.
She has got a huge village, as we like to call it. I mean, there's so many people that constantly are asking about her, whether they're straight family or employees or just friends, or, you know, everybody wants to know how Chloe's doing.
The kids, they just, every day, they just want to see her. It's the first thing they want to do, last thing they want to do at night.
I want my baby sister because she's so cute.
Did you draw that for Chloe?
It's because I love her. And so, I wanna, could you hang it up on her crib so she could do something?
So she could see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may have a child, regular, you know, chromosome 21 child who is slow. And, you know, she might be, you know, more advanced than them. So I don't think that you could put a guess on it. You just kind of let her develop.
Talk to her. She's looking at you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi.
No, just your name and then draw the picture.
Michael's probably the most popular kid in the class. He's done amazingly well. So, you know, of course we have to modify the work, the written kind of work expectations, but my main goal with kindergarten was to get him talking and developing his language and, you know, really feeling a part of the class.
You see young kids in kindergarten now are learning their alphabet and they're learning how to read in the same way as kids who don't have disabilities. I think that's been one of the most exciting things that I've seen in our field.
The school systems readily assimilate the kids and try to make them feel as much a part of everything as possible, and the kids respond to that, and he's a happy little guy.
There are so many people who are out there who are trained, who know what to do, who know how to be sure that kids are getting the education that they should be getting, and know how to work with curriculum and how to work with teams, so that if a family wants their child to be in a regular classroom, there are lots of people in their district, outside of their district, who can help them make that happen. You just put that bar where it is for everybody else, and some kids are going to rise up to it. There are many children that I work with Down syndrome who are reading nearly at grade level, who read for pleasure, who go to the library and can't wait to take out a book.
He's self-motivated. You know, he wants to learn. He wants to do what everybody else does. He's a ray of sunshine. He really is. I've enjoyed having him. I'll be sad to have him go. And I think the kids feel the same way. He's a good boy. For the most part, he's a happy kid, and he wants to learn. What are those again? Lily pads. Lily pads. The frogs jump on them. Oh, speaking of frogs, what does it say? Green frog. See, he's sitting on his lily pad. See that?
Disability is natural. It's a part of who your child is. It doesn't define them as a person. It doesn't limit them from having a full and successful life.
She has achieved all that I would hope that she would achieve in that period of time and more.
Ready?
Bye.
Watch my mouth. Bike. I'm going to ride my bike after school.
Bike. B-I-K-E.
Good. Say it again.
Bike.
Bike.
Well, Krista's been included to the greatest extent possible from the time she was in kindergarten. Now, with the inclusion model, these children with learning differences are being asked to go to the parties. They're treated as a member of the classroom. So as invites are handed out, they get one too.
Now we need to do blue. Let's count how many for blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Krista has had the opportunity to develop some true friendships. That's a beautiful thing to see.
Well, the good news is that your child will be accepted by their peers. Your child will choose a path in life, a career based on his or her interests. She will have friends. He or she will play an instrument. I would say that your child with Down syndrome will be very much like your other children, perhaps a little more work at the beginning in terms of perhaps health issues, perhaps some physical therapy issues. And of course the bad news is they'll want to get their nose pierced, they'll want to ride a motorcycle, they'll want to do all those things. She's going through the phases that typical children go through. Boys are currently icky, and of course they'll be the most fascinating thing in a couple years.